Hi, ladies. Welcome to my weekly live on YouTube. I see a couple of you are already jumping on, and I'm glad you're here. Hi, Margaret. I was just talking about you. Anyway, I'm happy you're here, and I have a good friend here sitting with me for some training right now. So Audrey's with me, so she'll be helping me a little bit tonight as well as doing some training. But I have some really cute projects for you today, and I hope you like them. They are made with the Full of Love stamp set by Stampin' Up, and I think you'll like them. They're really pretty in person, and I used two of the new in colors, Parakeet Party and Tahitian Tide are the colors I'm using. And I'm also using some silver and this beautiful ribbon here, which is new as well. But this is soft seafoam, but it looks perfect with this. I have two cards. I did not complete the inside, but we will today. And then we also have this cute little box, and inside I have some cookies, okay? It's a good size box. It's 3.5 by, let me see, 1 3/4. So it is a great size box for a lot of different things. So I think that you'll like this as well. So we'll go ahead and get started. Here's the second card we're going to make today. I hope you like these. So I did do a lot of things off camera just to speed things up for you. So let me grab the first card here and we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, we're going to start with this one. All right. Oh, and I have to tell you, I have some really good news. Sorry to backtrack, but I wanted to tell you I had my last treatment today for radiation. So I'm really happy about that. So thank you to all of you who, prayed and sent cards and things like that. I really appreciate it. So I'm on the back end of it now, and hopefully everything else will go great as well. So anyway, here is the first card. So we're going to do some heat embossing. I do want to tell you that if you're new to my channel, please make sure that you let us know so we can give you a warm welcome. And if you're not new, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. So this is Tahitian Tide, and it is the portrait style, and this is 11 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5.5. So we're going to just use a bone folder. I also have some cardstock here. I have this is Parakeet Party, and this is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. This is basic white, and I did emboss it with a time-worn stamp, time-worn type embossing folder. And this is 4 3/4 by 3.5. So we're going to put these two together. But before I do that, I'm going to add a piece of the Butterfly Kisses DSP, and this, of course, is Parakeet Party. All right, so we're going to put this on here, and why I do that first is because if there's any hangover whatsoever, we can trim it before we put it on the other piece, and then it makes it look that much nicer. All right, so I'm using glue, and I like the glue because you can move it around a little bit. All right, and now this does have writing on it, so you want to make sure that you have it right side up so you don't have the writing going upside down. All right, so I'm going to just put this on here, and I like to just kind of hit it on the table, and that way I know it's even. Okay, so it looks pretty good. Let me see how it looks on here. All right, I think it looks great. So we're going to glue this together. Oh, and I forgot to say that I have a winner from last week. And last week, the winner is Karen Nesfold. And so I will be sending her this pretty pillow box dies for sharing my video. So please make sure you do that this week. Share my video, and you will be included in the drawing for next week. So I'm putting this on. And as you guys know, I like real small margins here. So I'm just moving this around a little bit, and then I'm going to trim it off. What happens is, and I know I've mentioned this before, when you emboss, sometimes because of the embossing it will shorten up your cardstock. Yeah, I ended up having 20 treatments, and there were a couple of holidays in there, so it went over a 5-day or a 5-week period, kind of. Okay, so I think this looks good. All right, so this is going to go right on my card base, and it's going to go on with glue. So next week I'm going to be using new product, and my next Create a la carte will be using some fall products. I'm excited about that, the new pumpkin set that's in the catalog. All right, so this time we're going to go ahead. This is the deckled, let me show you, the deckled rectangles. The one I'm using is missing. It's over by the embossing machine. But anyway, these are a great, great, great set. You should have these in your stash. So we're going to put this on with dimensionals. And where did I put my dimensionals? Wait. Okay, and there is a front and the back to this, so you want to make sure that you have them on the right side. Now, on my sample, I didn't have this on dimensionals, but this time I am. We'll see how we like it. So you want to just center this. Oh, you know what? I forgot my ribbon. So let me see. It's too late to get it off of here, so I'm just going to put it around here. I'm so excited about my treatments that I messed up. It wouldn't be the same without me messing up, right? Oh, wow. This is the ribbon, and it'll be pretty, and maybe you wouldn't even notice if I didn't tell you. It'll look a little bit different today. Audrey was just saying there's no mistakes in card making. It seems like I've been making them a lot lately. Oh, well. Okay, so I have to just scoot this ribbon over a little bit because I'm going to set the little packages or the little envelopes on there. All right, so now we're going to do this. And it'll be just fine, okay? All right, so we're going to do some stamping. And if you notice here, I have 2 of these envelopes. I'll show you the stamp set I'm using. This right here on this card. We're actually doing 2 of them. So let me bring this in. And we're using Versamark because we are heat embossing. It does, Nicole. I'm glad. I feel really good today. If you guys have not tried heat embossing, you got to do it. It's so pretty. Okay, so we're going to heat this. And as it turns, it'll turn a shiny silver. And I'll just heat it for a second to show you. And then we're going to fussy cut, but I actually did that ahead of time as well. Okay, can you see it turning silver? That's funny, Vicky. We do have the same taste. I talked to Vicky yesterday, and she wanted to know what things I'm using at, for create art and stuff. And we do have the same taste. So I'm sure whatever you got, I'll be using as well. Okay, so what you're going to do is fussy cut it, and it doesn't take long. So I'm going to put this aside. I did do two of them. So we're going to just watercolor. Now, this is shimmery white paper, and you have to use that because we're watercoloring. Okay, so let me see what color's on here now. I think blue, the Tahitian Tide. So I'm just going to squeeze this, get some ink on the top, as you can see. And then I'm going to color this up really quickly. So is everybody anxious to get their hands on the new products if you haven't already? I know most of you have received your catalog, or you should have. So if you need a catalog and you're not currently working with a demonstrator and you'd like one, please let me know and I can get you one. But if you are working with a demonstrator, you please reach out to them, and I'm sure they'll get you one right away. See, it doesn't take long to color these up. And since I already have blue ink on my brush here, I'm just going to go ahead and do the blue on this one. And you can make them different shades so that there's a contrast. I try to look at my comments, and if you have something you really need me to see, you can leave the comment here, but also send me a private message afterwards because I'll get that sooner. It takes a while for it to update here on YouTube. The thing about watercoloring too, you don't have to fill in the entire space. You can leave some white space, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, so far so good. Just clean off your brush. This is a water painter. Okay. All right, I'm going to switch to the Parakeet Party. Is that right, Maureen? I almost used that today before even checking. It's still out, huh? I have too much water on this brush. If I had another one, I'd send it to you. I think I got all of the parakeet side on here. Dorothy, I think you're going to be in trouble. You can add a little bit of color just to give some highlights, but I like how these look so far. And then what I did was I took the Granny Apple Green marker and also the Tahitian Tide light marker. Both of these are light. And I'm using this Granny Apple Green because I didn't have the Parakeet Party. So what I'm going to do is just kind of spruce up the envelope. Okay, so all I'm doing is putting some dots on here kind of randomly. All right, and I'll pull it up and show you a closer image when I get them done. All right, and then I'm going to switch to the Tahitian Tide. I'm just going to add some dots in here. I think they turned out so cute. All right, let me see if you can see these. There you go. See the little polka dots? I think they're adorable. Okay, so we're going to bring the card back in. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this one down here, just like that. And this is going to go up on dimensionals. I don't know what it is, why I do this, but I always lose my dimensionals. Oh, there they are. Now, I did do one with stripes on it as well, but I like the polka dots better. Okay, so we're going to put this on an angle, just like that. We're going to take the other one. You can bend it back a little bit so it's not really, you know, kind of like going forward. We're going to add some dimensionals on this one. And like I said, I did not complete the inside, but we will. Okay, so this one is going to go here. Just like that. Okay. Then what I did is I ran some little silver pieces that are, this die is in the Cheerful Basket set. And I'm just going to add some in here. It just adds a little bit. I'm going to add this with glue. And I use the silver foil sheets on this. This card just seems happy to me. It's like Happy Mail. Who wouldn't want to get a card like this? All right, so we're going to do this one here. I'm going to put 5 of them on. I like to work in odd numbers. I think it looks nicer. And then we'll add some rhinestones for some glitter. And I think I need one more. Okay, let me see. Where will I put this one? Right over here, I think. So far, so good. And I have some basic rhinestones here. And we're going to add some of these. Make sure when you use these, you get the adhesive on the back. So I'm going to put them in the center of the flowers, the 2 largest flowers. And I'm saying to get the adhesive off, and I'm not doing it. Okay, and one more. Got to do a little bit larger one. And that's going to go right here. Okay, so far so good. So we're going to do the inside now. And honestly, I don't have a plan for this, so we're going to just do it. Okay, I have the two pieces of basic white, and one of them is 5 by 3 3/4. The other one is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So what I think I'll do is just stamp. We'll just stamp this. Okay, let's see. And you don't have to stamp the whole image. It doesn't matter. Just a little bit. Now this is just basic white paper. So what you want to do is when you watercolor on this, it's going to have a different feel to it than the shimmery white. So you don't want to put too much water on it. Oops. Okay, that's good. So I'll just quickly add some color on here. And remember, a lot less water. Let's get some Tahitian tide on here. I know. Oops. And then we'll just add the polka dots again like we did on the other one, just to pull the inside, kind of match the inside to the outside of the card. Okay. Oh, that's awesome, Reed. I'm happy to hear that. Good for you. Add a little bit of. All right, so this will be the inside, and there is no sentiment. We could add a strip up here, but that's not necessary. We're just going to leave it as is and add some glue to put this together. And it's kind of tricky when you use when you're layering pieces together that are embossed, because it kind of curls them. So it's always like to start at the bottom and kind of work my way up. And then we're going to do some trimming too. Once we get this in the card, it'll be perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in this one. And I will have these on my blog tomorrow, possibly tonight, but we're going to go out to dinner after this, so who knows? And we're tired, right, Audrey? She had to get up at like 3:30 to come here.
2:45.
Oh my goodness. All right, so here you go. Here is the inside. What do you think? Do you like this card? I hope you do. All right. Ladies, remember to share this video so that I can reach some more people. That helps me to, like I said, reach the people, and then it allows me to keep doing what I'm doing. All right. Let me grab my next one and my stuff here. Now this time we're going to be using this stamp here, okay? All right, so the orientation for this card is the landscape way, and this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Oh, I can show you something today too. Audrey, can I show them your little notebook that you got from Stampin' Up? Yeah, because there's a promotion coming up, a celebration, and oh my goodness, it is so cute what people get for signing up during July and August. Okay, so I'm going to use the same size papers as I did the other one, and we're going to put this on here, but we're also going to put a little strip of trim on here. So I am really, really, really picky. So I'm going to show you what I mean. We're going to put some glue on the bottom here, and we're going to pick this piece up. But you want to make sure that you got your scallops even. So this piece of paper will allow you to have scallops, like you don't want a full scallop on one side and a half on the other. Just make them even between the scallops, if that makes sense. See what I mean? So there's the same amount over here as there is on this end left over, okay? So we're going to take this and we're going to glue it on here, and then we're going to trim off the edges. So we're a growing team, and I would love to have you on my team. So if you are interested in being a business builder or a hobbyist, I'd love to have you. And there is a great opportunity next month, beginning in July, for joining. And I'll show you that in just a little bit. Okay, so I think I got that straight. Maybe a little bit. Okay. Now, I'm going to take this and trim it off. Same thing on this side. All right, we're going to attach this here to a parakeet party piece. You ladies are quiet today. Tell me what bundles you would like to see me do classes in. It depends on how much money you make as a hobbyist, Nancy, whether or not you file. But on the other hand, too, you would be able to claim so many different things. Are you thinking about it, Nancy? Honestly, Nancy, with the amount of money that you spend on placing orders with me, you would be better off signing up. Okay, so I'm not going to mess up this time. I'm going to put the ribbon around this like I'm supposed to. Okay, so isn't this ribbon pretty? It is the sea foam, soft sea foam, and it's seam binding. I love it. Well, Nancy, that's like, what is that? What am I looking to say? Only on a need to know basis. You know what I mean. I will be doing one with the witch hat set, and also the joyful flurry. I already have those, and I love them. And then I got to start planning for my retreat, and also for my 12 days of Christmas. All right, so see how pretty that looks? That's how the other one was supposed to look. All right, so we're going to put some dimensionals on here. I just ordered the Fond of Autumn. I have the Sweet Songbird, so we can do that as well. Anything else? I love that new one with the pumpkins in it. The gnomes. Oh, Vicky, I knew you were going to say that. I have that, of course. I guess it's what I don't have. Okay, so there we go on that. Now I have to tell you, I did stamp this one already, and I heat embossed it, and then I die cut it with the layering circle dies, so we don't have to sit here and do all of that. All right, so we're gonna watercolor this now. And how can you lose things when they're right in front of you? I'm gonna start with the Tahitian tide this time. Santa's delivery, I have that too. Margaret, that's so funny because you do get a lot of stuff. All right, so here we go on the Tahitian tide. Nancy, you always had things coming. So, ladies, if you want these make and takes, um, all you have to do is place an order through my online store using this host code. And make sure you use that host code and it goes through my online store. And you will get these make and takes sent to you. I believe I have that one too, Dorothy. That's exactly right, Carolyn. I can hear him probably say, well, you can save more money by not spending it. Okay, I think I have all of the Tahitian tide. Let me add just some highlights. So we have a little bit of highlights and lowlights. You know what, Vicki? I love, love, love that set. In fact, I'm going to be offering something. I just got to figure out how to do it. Some kind of class that includes that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch to the parakeet party. Yes, I am going to do something with the hippo set. Nancy, they're all trying to tell you how to fool your husband, I think. I love these color choices together. I think they look so cute. To me, it looks really happy. Poor Audrey's been here all day and she's probably starving.
I'm good.
Are you?
We had a lot of snacks.
Yeah, we had popcorn. Okay. All right. So now what I did, I also, where did I put them? Oh, right here. I also stamped it again. And the reason being is I just want this. Audrey says that the color choices reflect your inner happiness. And I guess I am happy today. Okay, so I'm just cutting out the centerpiece where the envelope is. And I'm going to add that to my image here with dimensionals. So it gives it a nicer look, I think. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the marker this time because I can control it a little bit better. And I'm just going to fill in the heart and make that blue, the Tahitian tide. And then I'm going to kind of outline the postage stamp. I love it. Okay, so we're going to put this up on dimensionals. Okay, just line it up, make it completely even there. See how it has let me see, can you see that? All right, I did die cut a parakeet party. This is the largest scallop circle out of the layering circles, and this is going to go up on dimensionals here as well. Thanks, Rachel. It's funny because another friend of mine on my team, um, her husband said something once about how much she was spending on stamping up stuff. And she goes, okay, I'll quit doing that, but you got to quit doing your hunting trips. He never mentioned it again. Exactly. So anyway, this is going to go right here. And I'm going to put this one flat because there's enough raised up already. Okay, and just make sure that you get this so the envelope is not crooked. Yeah. Okay, so far so good. We're going to add some diamonds here. I need to get my other tool. I don't know where it's at. Oh, wow. I'm just putting them in the center of the flower. It just adds a little bit. And we'll do a couple more. One here. And I think I'll add one down here. Okay, so far so good. All right. All right, so the inside, at this time I think we'll just add a strip of DSP. And I think I'll grab some of the, what do you call it? Can't even think. The baker's twine. So let me grab the baker's twine real quick, and oh, you know what? I can use the silver because there's silver in it. I'll just use this. This will be good. All right, so we'll trim this off. The putty is for picking up like rhinestones or sequins and placing them on your card. It really works well. Oh my gosh, Maureen, that is so funny. Maureen's on my team as well. She's one of the naughty girls.
I think we have a few of those.
Audrey said I have a few of those. I think you're right. Okay. Now, I could use the Parakeet Party Baker's Twine, but I'm going to use the silver. And like I said before, I just take this and kind of run it against the table, the edge of the table, to straighten it out a little bit so it doesn't curl as much. I know it's going to be loose because that happens all the time with this. So I'll just sheet on the back. Okay, if you don't have one of these in your craft room, you need one because they work wonders. Okay, so I'm just going to put a piece here and then pull this tight. Put another piece here. Just cut it. Okay, so it just tightens it up a little bit. All right, so I'm going to put this in the card and then the second project is done. I'm curious, which card do you like the best? Do you like the first card or the second card? Okay, so here is your second card. Okay. All right, so now we're on to the last project, and this is a really cute box. So let me show you how we're going to make that. I need to close that so I don't get myself in trouble. Okay, so this piece of cardstock is 11 by 7.5. And on the 11-inch side, you're going to score it at 3.5, 5.25, 8 3/4, and 10.5. You're going to turn it and score it at a 1/2 inch, 2.25. You know what? I'm going to flip it this way. This is how I always do it. It would be the same, but 1 3/4, 5.25, and 7. I just like to have that on the end, on this end. It's all the same, but I'm anal. Okay, so we're going to fold on all the score lines. Maureen, I can't wait to see how you do. Okay, so what's going to happen is it's going to fold around like that to create your box. And okay, what we're going to do here is cut this. We're going to take this little triangle, or not triangle, rectangle out right here. And we're going to cut up here and also cut all the way down. Okay? So on this side that had the small tab, you're only keeping this portion, and you're angling this so that it'll fit over better. Okay? All right, so then it's going to go around like this again. So where this comes together, that's going to be the back of the box. So this portion right here, you're going to save this whole portion. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut on each side of this right here. We're cutting this score line out. Okay, and we can make it easy on ourselves and just cut this whole thing off across here. Cut it this side. And I'm right-handed, so it's all right. Okay. All right, so this portion is going to be cut out. So we're just going to cut this. Cut this. I'll show you this when it's done so that you can see where all the cuts are. Okay. Let me trim this just a little bit more. Straighten it out. Let me see. It looks pretty good. Okay, so this is the top. This is the bottom. So we got to cut the tabs here all the way up to the intersecting score line. I'll show you what I'd like to do here. I'm cutting on both sides of the score line so that ugly little bump is out of there. Ladies, if I missed your comments, I'm sorry. I do look back at all of them. Okay, so what I like to do is just fold these up like this. Then I can tell if I'm short. And this one I was a little bit short. So we can fold that like that and cut it even. Same thing here. Okay, so we got all the cuts done. All right, see how that is? All right. All right, now we're going to take a little corner rounder and we're going to round some corners. Okay, so, and everybody asks me all the time where I got this. One of my Japanese friends brought this back for me from Japan. Okay, so this is going to be the part that's folded in. So we want it to look nice. This is the top. And even though this portion is on the inside of the box, like flaps, it looks nicer if these are rounded as well. Okay, and then this right here is going to be the one on the bottom. That's the last one to fold in. So I'm going to round that too. So it just kind of makes it look like it's more finished. All right, so I got it all done. Look at the difference of it being rounded. Doesn't it look better? Okay, so if you hold this down and just fold it in half, it's perfect. You don't have to fuss with anything. So we're going to put the glue, and I'm going to take this and kind of straighten that out a little bit. And let me see. I'm going to put some glue on here. And then we'll just fold this over. And it's exactly where it needs to be. Rita, I have not. Have you? Okay, so this is going to be the front here. So what we can do is take the pieces on the front before we actually put it together and put it on here. Okay, so it'll be flat, easier to work with. Shelly, what's in the box today are some cookies. But I did have, I thought about putting Hershey Kisses in there. I had little bottles of Nutella. They fit in there well. And what else? Can you think of anything else we were going to put in there? Any kind of candy. Audrey already rated my candy drawer.
Rated candy, rated the salt.
Oh, yeah.
After the chocolate came the salt.
What's so funny is she's from South Florida. She thought she was going to come to cooler weather here in Michigan.
Oh my goodness.
It is hot, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's nice and cool in here.
Yeah, it is.
This is supposed to be all summer.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, so I'm putting this on the front panel. Okay. And then I have two pieces here, and we're going to just watercolor those. Ours has gone up to $1.25 as well. I like to get those shoebox things for all my scraps. I have one for every color. Hey, Lisa, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll be seeing you in a couple of months as well, less than a couple of months. And by the way, I use the blanket you gave me every day. It's so soft. You know what? I did not put the little silver things on that last card. I'm going to have to bring that back in, you guys. Okay, so that's that. Shelly, did you go to it in Canton? How are we doing on time? About an hour so far. That's not bad. I love this stamp set. It's so pretty. It's my kind of stamp set. Ladies, remember here is my host code. And a lot of times people will ask me where they get the PDF for this. And it will be on my blog either tonight or tomorrow. And all you have to do is go to stampinggala.com, and this post will be the latest post as soon as I put it up. Scroll to the bottom, and there will be a big square that will say something like download the PDF here. Click on that, and there you go. It's right there. And you can always look up some of my past ones by going to my gallery. At the top, there's a tab at the top that says gallery, and that will show all of my things that I have posted. If I have a PDF for it, it will be on that post, and all you have to do is click on the picture. It will bring you to that post, and there you have it. You'll have you can scroll down to the bottom, and you'll find it there. If it's a Facebook Live, if it was a Facebook Live, it will have a PDF. And then, of course, I have my PDF store as well. So those are for like my classes to go and things like that. My Create a la carte. So those are not free. Unless, of course, you join my team. Then you get them for free all the time. And we have a fun team. So you really want to join us. Lisa, I am doing pretty well. You know what, Ella? I haven't, but I can. I've done it before, but I haven't in a while. Is that something you want to see, Ella? Because I certainly will do it for you. I hope you like these projects tonight. I sure had fun making them for you. And we got to add some color on here and finish the box. And I do want to bring that one card in because I have to finish that. I left off some of the little sprees or sprigs or whatever you want to call them. What is the proper thing to call them? How cute that is. I love it.
And this little sprigs just make it pop.
Mm-hmm. That's why I got to bring that card back in and fix it. Okay, so we're going to put this on. We are going to add, where did I put them? Right there. many do I have? Because I'm going to put some on the other one. Oops. I am one shy for the card, but that's okay. You guys will get the idea. Okay, so now we're going to put this together, and all we have to do is we're going to fold in the sides here, fold this down, and then the one that starts off in the front and goes towards the back, that's the one you do last because you don't want an ugly seam here. You want that in the back. So, push this down. And this is what I mean. You fold these in and they look so much nicer when they have the rounded edges. And then we're going to close this up and put a ribbon around it, and then we're done. Oops. Pushed it too far in. Okay, now this one I added some silver ribbon as well. I'm not crazy about it, so I'm not going to do it on this one. All right, so we're going to go here. And then I'll finish that other card too. This ribbon is gorgeous. It'll be pretty for Christmas too, even though it's really soft and not a traditional Christmas color. It will be pretty. And I do want to add some rhinestones on here. Isn't that pretty? Oh, here's this thing. A couple of rhinestones on here. Okay, there's that. Let me pull this card back in, and we're going to add these sprigs on there. I'll add another one later, but for now, at least we'll put these on. I think it adds a lot. So ladies, I hope you enjoyed this today. I hope you like the projects. I loved making them for you. Oh, and I have to show you one other thing, so don't go away. Here you go. Let me pull these in. And remember the host code there. Here's that. Look at how beautiful this is. This is the new planner from Stampin' Up! That you will receive if you join Stampin' Up! If you join my team. No, you can join any team and receive this, but I'd love to have you on my team. Yeah. Anyway, there's a magnet in it, closes really nicely. Look at this, how nice, even this, look how pretty that is. But it's got all these different sections that you can organize yourself with. A calendar, a weekly, a monthly. I love it. And then all these little label or stickers and some little books and things. So this would be for free for anyone who joins Stampin' Up! During celebration. So I just love it. Those of you that are demonstrators already, you can purchase this. And it's just so pretty. I love it. So there you go. So ladies, thank you. Tina, you can order one. I believe they're in the supply section. If you don't know how to do it, I'll call you tomorrow, okay? So ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. I really had fun hanging out with you, and I appreciate you hanging out with me every single Wednesday. It means the world to me, and I really, truly appreciate you. Thanks so much, and have a great night. Good night.